Okay, in our study of quadratic equations, we're going to need to do quite a bit of graphing. So what we're going to do today is go to Google Classroom, and in Google Classroom I put out a new assignment there for you, and it says see attached Google document that will be used to install Gmath add-on in Google Docs. So what we're going to do is go to Google Docs, and we'll do that by clicking on this link here where it says Gmath Graphing Tutorial. And what we have here is a document that's pre-populated with some sections that have information in each section that needs to be charted or graphed. And what we're going to do is we're going to go to the Google Store and get an add-on called Gmath. And what Gmath will allow us to do is to efficiently create graphs. So we can insert a graph right in here that represents these two equations. And as you can see in other sections, we'll be attempting to graph different types of equations. And this Gmath will allow us to do that very efficiently, and the hope is that by having this Gmath and using Google Docs, I'll be able to assign classwork, homework, quizzes, etc. right online here without having to use any paper or as little paper as possible. Okay? So you need to get this Gmath installed in your version of Google Docs. So let's go ahead and show you how to do that. Alright, so what we'll do is go up to Add-on, click Add-on, and then we'll go to Get Add-ons. So we'll click on that. And what we're going to do is come over here to the search box and type Gmath, M-A-T-H, and hit enter. And there we can see there's the function that we want. It's called Gmath. To install that, we just hit the plus button here under free. It's going to ask us some questions about is it okay for us to install this on your version of the your version of Google on your Chromebooks. Say allow. See here, it's didn't take much time to install that. So we hit the exit button here. And now when you go to add-on, you hit add-on, you see that now we have Gmath. It's the first add-on in our Google documents. So let's just go in here and see how this works. There's a couple of things that you can do. We'll come back to that. But what we want to do right now is create a graph. So we just hit create a graph. And what you see here is there are already 3 functions loaded that will automatically be graphed if we hit the Insert Doc button. And each of these equations are separated by a comma. So you can have as many functions on one graph as you can fit in here, and just as long as they're all separated by commas. Let's go back here and make sure the cursor is where we want it. So if you place the cursor right there, that's where the chart will be entered. So let's just insert this chart. We've got a straight line, 2 straight lines, and a sine x function. Let's see what that looks like if we hit the insert button. You can see here, you see how efficiently that's inserted and nicely created for us. and I'm sure you can select that and expand it or make it smaller depending on your needs. And it's easy just to hit the delete button to get rid of that. And we can try another function, like, let's clear this and let's try the functions that we have stated here. Again, let's put the cursor key there to make sure that's where it will be inserted. And let's type in 3x plus 5 comma minus 2x minus 7. Okay, and what we can see here, we can adjust the x values. Right now we got a minus 10 and a plus 10, and also the resulting y values are minus 10 and plus 10 with a step of 1. So depending on what we're trying to chart, we can change those based on what we're trying to accomplish. But let's hit the insert document button and see what we get. And there we have it. You can see the y-intercept for the first equation is a plus 5, so that must be this blue line here. The y-intercept of the second equation is minus 7, and you see that. So you see we have a quick ability to graph whatever it is that we need to graph, and we've got a multitude of functions here, absolute values, all different types of signs, and logarithmic functions. So pretty much anything that we need to graph, we can do that. Alright, probably come back with another short video showing how to do graphing of the different types of functions, but for now I just wanted to show you how to install Gmath in your Google Documents, and you can go ahead and play with it, and we'll be back soon. Alright, thank you.